Hello, SpongeX here, and the second wave of the Mario Kart 8 Booster Deluxe DLC is out, and I got a new microphone recently, one that actually has like one of those extendable stands that you can mount onto a desk, so the microphone is reaching out to me now, so I don't have to lean in towards it anymore, and hopefully it'll sound better in my old one. I can't tell if it's any better or not. It's not the best microphone, but it might be a little better, more powerful than my last one. I felt like my last one was too quiet to where, I'd have to raise the volume on my recordings to make my voice come out better, but then it just kind of made the audio sound too low quality, picked up too much background noise, and I'm not sure how to filter all that, but, so anyways, yeah, I got a new microphone, and we're playing the new Mario Kart, and so, unfortunately, I can't use the microphone for live commentary, so this is pre-recorded footage that I'm voicing over. And so the first one we have here is a New York-based level, and I know what a lot of you are thinking, why didn't they just make New Donk City into a level? I have no idea either. But apparently this was a Mario Kart Tour track, and honestly I did not care for that mobile game. Otherwise, while the level itself isn't special, I do like the music here. It definitely gives off like a nighttime jazz vibe, I like it. I just feel like we've already got plenty of nighttime city levels in this game already. You got like Toad's Turnpike, you got like Neo Bowser City, so I don't see what the point of this one was really, but you know, that's what I absolutely hate with Mario Kart DLC. I hate it when, if you're gonna make a new track, make it new. Don't just make one that strongly resembles one or plenty we've had, not only throughout previous entries, but even in the current game we have, and that's one I frown every time they port a level from the GBA or Super Nintendo, because I feel like, oh, it's just another blocky map, and admittedly, there have been a few times where they actually did amp it up. I really like what they did with the Ribbon Road level from the Game Boy Advance one. I thought they did a really good job at porting that over, but for the most part, yeah, they're kind of forgettable. Especially the ones that just look the same. Like, one of the ones included here is another one of those levels where it has, like, the yellow dirt and the multicolored blocks. It's like, oh my god, we already have, like, what, one or two of those levels already in this game with the same music and everything. Why do we need another one? Yes, I get it. The old Mario Kart games recycled themes, but we accepted that that was due to console limitations. The Nintendo Switch is so much more capable, so why are they still relying on copy and paste? They think they can spice it up by just adding low-poly, multicolored Toads, Shy Guys, and Yoshis everywhere to make us forget or something. I don't know. It's kind of distracting. Otherwise, yes, I know I'm nitpicking, but I actually did like some of the tracks on this one. I'd just say, for the starters, it was pretty slow. And, yeah, this is the track I was talking about, where I cannot stand these kind of tracks. It's one thing when you have one of them, but many of them, it's like, why? They're almost like all the same thing. Personally, I just wasn't a big fan of the sprite-based Mario Kart games. Like, I do have respect for them, though. You know, they are, like, what... The one on Super Nintendo is the one that started the series, so, otherwise I have no nostalgia for it, because I did not grow up with it. I didn't play it until, like, the Wii Virtual Console was a thing. And even then, I felt like, by that point, I played, like, some of the later and greater Mario Kart games, a point where it made me want to go back to those instead. So, yeah, I don't know. I'll at least say the music was fine. It was kind of cool how Koopa Troopa and Donkey Kong Jr. were playable. Other than that, yeah, wasn't really a fan. And didn't like the Super Nintendo one either. And I'll even be honest, while I loved it back then, I find it hard to go back to Mario Kart 64, in fact. I think, like, just the gameplay on that one's just a little too frustrating at times. I hate, like, how easy it is to slip up and how much longer it takes for characters to recover when they trip over banana peels or whatever. I like how later games really kind of sped this stuff up. Like, you could say, Mario Kart Double Dash was the first one to try modernizing the Mario Kart, like, gameplay. The only thing I really hated about it was, how it really caused the blue shell to cause an even greater slowdown when hit. I felt like even in the older games, getting hit by the blue shell wasn't as bad as it is now, but ever since Double Dash, it's like the blue shell's now like an atomic bomb where when it shoots you, it blows you sky high, and so that's carried over into every Mario Kart game since. But other than that, I'd say it's like Mario. Ever since Mario Kart like DS, like you could say DS is the one that really modernized it, and then especially, well, I mean I keep saying that, but yeah, so many of them keep creating staples that carry over into the next. The DS one introduced the retro tracks. Well, technically the Game Boy Advance one did, but either way, like that one, it only took levels from the first Mario Kart, where the one on DS was the first to include tracks from multiple different consoles. That's what I meant by retro tracks, per se. But so then the Wii one introduced motorcycles and more than 8-player racing, and then 3DS introduced like the one that carried over now, which is the underwater and hang gliding sections. So. Okay, like, this was the first track to impress me. I actually like this better than the original track, the way it was remade here. For one, I like how they actually bothered remaking the music. I thought it was lazy how for the first wave of DLC, they just kept reusing the same tracks from the old consoles. And so this is one exception where I noticed, oh, they didn't bother recycling the same music. They actually just redid it, and it's a nice little reorchestration. But what really surprised me, though, was how there's an alternate track where you actually race across the train track. I'm not sure if that was optional or multi-choice, but there was a point where it was like, you know, I was heading down that road, and Baby Mario was, like, in the lead of me, and it's like, oh, like, that adds some great pressure to multiplayer, because it's such a tight corner, and it's easy to not only get lined up for, like, getting hit by weapons, but, there's just not enough room for, like, players to drive past each other. So it would be a madhouse if you're there with a bunch of items, but I only noticed that only happened during the second lap. But the fact that they actually turned the train track into part of the racetrack is really cool. I remember originally, in the original game, it was possible to drive onto the racetrack, the train track, I mean, but otherwise it wasn't part of the racetrack either way. So even if you stayed on the track, it wouldn't have led you to the goal eventually. And so here, not only do you have to worry about the narrow space, but yes, you still have to worry about the train coming. And so it's best advised to not race in the center of the train track. But yeah, like, I don't remember that ramp being there during the first lap. So it's there now, though, for some reason. But either way, I really do like that. I was not expecting that. Them to have them to merge the train track to be part of the racetrack was really cool. Pretty chaotic. I really messed up there. Ah! I like how it still has the 64 on the front of the train. That's kind of cool. Well, it doesn't hold on par with some of the earlier tracks from Mario Kart 8. I still think compared to the other levels that were made for Mario Kart 8's DLC, this is one of the few tracks that actually does kind of visually stand out. Like, at least this one has some textures here and there. It has, like, some nice lighting here and there, where the others, they just feel too cartoony and simplified. So here, it's like, I can at least say, yeah, this definitely looks like an HD improvement over the original racetrack. Doesn't just look like they ripped a map straight from Mario Kart Tour, and that's what everyone's saying all the tracks look like. I usually don't like to watch replays unless something chaotic happens on track, so first two races, like, nothing happened. So here I got hit a lot, so I figured, okay, that might make for some replay. I had a lot of bad luck this race, and yet I still ended up in first somehow. That second lap was the trickiest for some reason. Yeah, I like that racetrack. It was fun. Hard to say if I liked Wave 1 or Wave 2 better. I don't know. Like, both had some good and bad tracks, but... So, Waluigi Pinball. Overall, I like this track. I'd say the only thing I absolutely hate about it are the pinballs themselves. Otherwise, I think overall, this level's fine, but I feel like the lighting could have been optimized a lot better. I feel like it just uses too much of a bloom effect, especially towards the end or entrance of the level. It's like all the pink lights on the... Otherwise, like, the tunnel part is good, but I feel like, when it comes to where the walls are nothing but the pink neon lights, I feel like it's real distracting on the eyes. Otherwise, I honestly wish they kind of remixed or remade the music for this instead of using the same low-quality DS sound format. Yeah, this is the part I hate the most. I think it'd be better without those pinballs. You just know... It's so hard to predict like where they're gonna head sometimes, so. Yeah, like here, I hate the pink lights right here. It just bugs my eyes for some reason. This reminds me of one of those casino race tracks from the Sonic Racing games. It's like you got a green racetrack with some red railings here and there. It's like, and then not to mention all the neon lights. It definitely gives me the Casinopolis vibes, or Casino Highway or whatever. Like Casinopolis, that wasn't Sonic Heroes or Racing. That was Sonic Adventure. Okay, and that was the first cup of the new DLC, and so I'd say it was half okay, half good. The first two racetracks weren't anything special. The last two did put a smile on my face. I did like those. Okay, on to the next set. Okay, so here we have the Propeller Cup. So the first one is, of course, another track from Mario Kart Tour. This time it looks like it's Sydney, Australia, and aside from the music, I don't remember a single thing from this level. It was pretty boring. I'm just not a fan of these city-based levels. They're It's like, I don't care that they're based on real-life areas, they just don't make for very fun racetracks. They don't stand out. There's much better racetracks you could find on previous Mario Kart games, but... I mean, maybe this would have been cooler if we were racing through the outback of Australia instead of just Sydney. Is that the Daisy Cruiser? Wait, no, I don't think the color was right, but it was a cruise ship, but either way. Speaking of which, I hope we get that as a level eventually. I like Daisy Cruiser. Okay, Snowland from Game Boy Advance, and Well, again, this is another where it was originally a basic level, and they admittedly did a few things to kind of spice it up. For one, they actually made they made the road look very icy, and they gave it a lot of slippery physics. So I think that's one thing that kind of makes it a little different from the Game Boy Advance one. And then all the little other touches, like the sliding penguins, and it's got the same music in the background. And I think this one actually is a remix of it, though. Remember the one on the GBA sounding a lot lower quality? But, so, this is okay, I guess. I know I'm not the biggest fan of the Super Nintendo or GBA one. This one's okay. Nothing amazing, though. I mean, there's honestly better snow and ice levels, even in this game already, but it's okay. Mushroom Gorge. I know I'm probably going to get a lot of hate for this, but I honestly never cared for this level. I thought the bouncing mushrooms got really annoying after a while. I just wanted to keep driving, and I started to constantly have to bounce off the mushrooms. And I think the music is ear-grating. I hear so many people say they love the song to this. I just don't get it. I don't like it. I think it's annoying. I don't know, I just feel like the mushrooms just kind of slowed down the pacing this level could have had. I just hate all the boingy, boingy, boingy going on. It's kind of annoying. It kind of reminds me of how, another obstacle I really hated was, while I love the racetrack, there's that one level where you're racing up in the clouds and you're racing through, like, all the stormy clouds and, the airships and all that. That's cool, but I honestly hated the bouncing cloud segments on that. I felt like the level would have been so much better without that, and so I think one reason I like that level better than this is because, unlike that level, you only have like 2 clouds to hop across to start off with. Here, the mushrooms are throughout, and they just, I don't know, feel free to let me know. Anyone else not a fan of this level, let me know, because I've never heard anyone say they didn't like this one. I don't know, I just never cared for it. Maybe the gems look kind of pretty. That's about like the only nice thing I have to say about this. Otherwise, no, I don't like this level very much. Okay, and here we have a brand new, never-before-seen level. God, I went by the name so fast I didn't get a full chance to read it. I think Sky High Sunday is the name of this level. And so, overall, I think this level is nice, but seriously, I've never played the game, but this looks like a Fall Guys level. With the narrow racetrack, the very bland, non-textured, bright colors. Otherwise, this would make for a crazy multiplayer map because the racetrack is just so narrow, but I think what makes this more fun than a level like Rainbow Road, though, is how the roads are more straight. So, you know, you don't have to worry about really hard to make sharp turns. You just have to worry about launching off the ramps and steering in the right direction. And there's only like one big curve up here, but even then, it's still easier to make compared to Rainbow Road's entirety. And so, I had a blast with this level. I was glad they saved it for last. And, let's see, last season we had that ninja level, and now we have this level. And, I do like the new tracks they're making for these games. They are pretty fun. This is what I want to see more of. And, yeah, I know what you're thinking. Don't we technically already have a level like this? But that was... If anything, that reminded me more of Sugar Rush from Wreck-It Ralph. That was more of just a level made of, it was trying to have, like, a candy theme, but honestly, you barely saw any candy throughout the racetrack. I think this is a bigger improvement over that level. You flat out see the influence of ice cream throughout this entire racetrack. Where the last one, they claim it's like some kind of candy track, but it's like, oh, you just see a few cookies sitting in the bleachers, or you might see like a few little chocolate cake mountains in the distance. Otherwise, I feel like you don't see enough of it. Like the racetrack itself, the only thing about the track I remember actually resembling candy was the little candy cane roads. Other than that, it's like, it's like everything about it resembles ice cream. You even have like a bunch of ice cubes you get to race across, or all these different ice cream flavors, and they're not just recycling the same like item over and over. It looks like they are like mixing it up here and there. They have like different textures here and there, and yeah, I really like this level. It's kind of fun. And I'm surprised those rails are actually one of those little gravity booster things. I was not expecting that, but yeah, this is a fun level. Makes me hungry for ice cream, to be honest. And I like the little wafer platforms. The track layout, it really reminded me of one of those Speed Demon stages from Mario Galaxy 2, like the ones where you would have needed both Yoshi and the Hot Pepper power-up to run up the walls. That's what this reminded me of. Did this level give anyone else some Mario Galaxy 2 vibes or something, or I don't know, but it reminds me of Mario Galaxy 2 and Fall Guys. But yeah, I had a real fun time with this level. And okay, and that was the Wave 2 DLC of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and overall, it was a good package. I can't say if it was as good or better than the first pack, but it was still enjoyable overall. Just a few bland or boring levels, but for the most part, it was enjoyable. I liked it. Well, that's all I have to show for now. Thank you for watching. See you next time, and have a great day.